Hello everyone. In today's video, I am going to teach you how to determine the sample size for your population. For most of you, determining the sample size for a population can sometimes be a confusing task and you don't know how to go about it. In this video, we are going to learn these two simple methods of determining the sample size for your population. The first method that we are going to use is the Krejcie and Morgan sample size determination table. And the second method we are going to use is the sample size calculator. To start, we are going to look at the Krejcie and Morgan sample size determination table. For your information, first of all, before you can determine the sample size, you must have an idea of your population size. You must also have an idea of the level of confidence that you want to use, which can be either 95% or 99%. You must also determine the margin of error that you want to use. So the common ones that we have are 3%, 5%, or 10%. Having decided on this, then you can determine the sample size. But with the Krejcie and Morgan table, the calculations have already been done. It's your duty to only find the corresponding sample size to the population. So now, let's go to Krejcie and Morgan sample size determination table. So go to your browser, key in Krejcie and Morgan sample size determination table. So after keying in, this interface appears. So this is the sample size determination using Krejcie and Morgan table. So from the table, it has two columns. The first column contains information about the population, and the second column contains the sample size, the corresponding sample size. So let's say, for instance, my population is 500. The corresponding sample size is 217. Let's say my population is 190. The corresponding sample size is 127. So the sample size developed by Krejcie and Morgan helps you to determine your sample size so easily without having to go through the stress of using the formula. So this table, which was developed by these two gentlemen, has actually eased our burden of going through the calculations. Now that we are done with this, let's look at the other method, which is using the sample size calculator. With that, you go to your browser, you type in sample size calculator. So you go to any of the options available. So I would love to use the one developed by SurveyMonkey. Yes, so when you click on the link, this is how the interface appears. So now it's your duty to just key in the information that you have available. So let's say my population size, I'm still sticking with, let's say, 500. The confidence level is at 95, which I think is fine, and the margin of error is 5%. So after keying in those values, automatically it generates the sample size. As you can see, the sample size is 218. Now we can compare this value to the sample size determination table. So here we are getting 218 from our Krejcie and Morgan table. The corresponding sample size for our population of 500 was 217. So you can see that they are almost similar. So you can decide on any of them to use for your study. So by doing this, you've calculated the sample size for your study. Kindly subscribe so that you do not miss out on our next lesson. Bye-bye.